What's up, KFG family? It's your boy Big John 25, and today I'm gonna do my WWE NXT full review and results. You guys new, hit that red button, hit that like button. Let's get started. Man, did I enjoy NXT. NXT was a good show, but my favorite part of NXT was the war when Willie Regal came out of nowhere and he announces the WarGames for the women's division. I love that, and especially I love the crowd of the NXT, man. So that's all I gotta say, man. But anyway, welcome back to my channel. My name is Big Giant 25. And I'm going to do my WWE NXT full review and results. That's all I gotta say. But NXT was a good show. But let me kick things off. Tonight's WWE NXT episodes opens live from Full Sail live in Winter Park, Florida. A video package with wrestling highlights airs on the big screen as a singer and a YouTube star Poppy performs her I Disagree singles on the stage along with her band. Il Shirai versus Candice LeRae. This match was good. I really enjoyed this match. Poppy goes right into her. Scary match single for Il Shirai entrance as she makes her way to the ring for a pop. So the crowd got the biggest. So Il Shirai got the biggest crowd reaction pop for the crowd, which is I enjoy. This is the same song that was used for a video package on Shirai's 2 Hyper Takeover Toronto in 2019, which match with Candice LeRae back in August. Poppy heads to the ring and with Shirai while performing, and they pose in the middle of the ring as the fans cheer. Candice LeRae is out next, and as Alicia Taylor does the introduction. Alright. The bell rings and they go at it. Shirai with a momentum now. Shirai hits a big suicide dive to the floor, but Candice LeRae comes right back with a dive of her own for another pop. They bring it back in, and Candice LeRae mounts offense. Candice LeRae drops Il Shirai with a big kick for a 2 count. Il Shirai goes on and drops Candice LeRae out of the corner for another close 2 count. Shirai keeps control and tries to put Candice LeRae away once again. Il Shirai keeps Candice LeRae grounded as fans tries to rally. Candice LeRae tries to fight up, but Il Shirai slams her back to the mat. Il Shirai with a drop kick now. Fans do dueling chants as Shirai keeps control and kicks Candice LeRae around. Candice LeRae gets up and fires back with a strike while they're standing. Candice LeRae rolls up for a 2 count. Candice LeRae with a chop for more offense. Il Shirai with an impressive counter, but Candice LeRae nails an enziguri for a 2 count. Candice LeRae knows it's bleeding now. Il Shirai blocks a suplex on the apron and they tangle. Il Shirai kicks Candice LeRae in the face, but Candice fights back. Il Shirai manhandles Candice LeRae on the apron. Some as the referee warns her. Candice LeRae blocks a German suplex on the apron, then backs elbow Shirai into the ring. Candice goes to the top, but Il Shirai rocks her with a right. They end up on the top and Candice LeRae shoves Shirai to the mat. Shirai charges back up and shoves Candice LeRae from the top turnbuckle out to the floor. Candice LeRae lands hard on the outside, and we go back to commercial. Back from the commercial, they traded shots in the middle of the ring. Candice with a clothesline and then a dropkick sending Il Shirai into the corner. Candice LeRae ends up hitting a tornado DDT out of the corner for a close 2 count. Candice LeRae sells a neck injury from a DDT, more back and forth. Il Shirai blocks a super swinging neck breaker and sending Candice LeRae to the mat. Il flies from the top with a moonsault, but Candice gets her knees up. More back and forth as they get more aggressive with each other now. Il tries for an armbar on the mat but can't get it. So she goes into a scissors scissors around the neck. Candice tries to get out, but Shirai keeps it locked in. Candice gets her boot on the bottom rope to break the hold. Shirai brings a steel chair into the ring and goes to swing it, but the referee grabs it from her and they have words. Candice takes the advantage and comes from behind for a roll up, a 2 count. Candice comes back and drops Shirai on her face for another 2 count. Candice goes on and tries for a springboard moonsault from the second rope to Shirai while she's laying on the chair. Shirai moves and Candice lands on the chair. Shirai goes and takes advantage, covering Candice for the pin to win. Alright, the winner of the match, Io Shirai. This match was good. After the match, Io Shirai stands tall as her music hits. We go to replay and we come back and Shirai attacks Candice. They mount her with strikes. Fans pop as Rhea Ripley runs to the ring to make the save. Ripley hits the ring and attacks Io Shirai. She swings the chair, but Shirai retreats to the floor as the fans chant. Rhea's name is Shirai. Yells back at Rhea in the ring. We see Mano Rolando and Nacho against the WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix at the announce table, now hyping tonight's show. They confirmed the main event to be the Undisputed Era versus Matt Riddle and Keith Lee in a non-title match. What else happened? Okay. Back from the break, we see how Damian Priest defeated Pete Dunne 2 weeks ago. The rematch will take place next week, Wednesday. Can't wait to see that match. We go to the ring and out comes Finn Balor to a loud mixed reaction. I enjoyed this one too. The bros pick up the boos pick up as Finn Balor takes the mic. Some fans are cheering him on, the chanting, "Thank you, Finn." Now Finn Balor talks about it's funny the way things change. He mentions how he took the loss to the Fiend Bray Wyatt because he got a new mask. Balor says, well, now he's taking off his mask, and then Balor is the hottest thing going in the business. Balor says everyone has their opinions. The office, the boys in the back, the Twitter taught guys others. The problem around here is there were too many fans in the locker room when they should be sitting out here in the crowd. Balor says, let's make one thing clear. He doesn't watch this business. The business watches him. Some fans chant NXT now. Balor says this brings him to one thing. Johnny Gargano, the heart of NXT. Some fans boo Gargano's name. Balor congratulates Gargano on getting out of the hospital from last week's attack, then threatens to send him back. Balor says Gargano then won't be Johnny Gargano. He will be Johnny Gargano watches wrestling the way it's supposed to be. Balor drops the mic and makes his exit from the ring, and his music hits. I love this. I love the heel of Finn Balor. I loved it. Alright, Nigel leads us to a video package on the WWE Women's Tag Team Champs. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get hype for Cameron Grimes versus Tyler Bates for later on. Okay, Bronson Reed versus Shane Thorne. This match was good. Alright, we go to the ring for a battle of Australians, and Shane Thorne is out first. Bronson Reed is out next. The bell rings, and Shane Thorne immediately nails a huge drop kick, sending Reed into the corner. Shane throws with more big offense and a cannonball in the corner. Some fans boo. Reed comes right back and levels Thorne, then nails a cannonball for his own. Fans chant for Reed and cheers him on. Reed throws and throwing trade chops in the middle of the ring now. They continue to unload with big chops on each other. Reed with a big disgust coastline. Shane throwing counters and levels on Reed for a 2 count. Shane throwing with kicks while Reed is down on his knees. Reed tries to block and fight back, but Shane throwing lows with the kick and fans boo him. Reed catches a kick and rocks thrown to the mat. Right hand. Reed with a clothesline. Reed launches thrown with a huge German suplexes of the corner. Reed goes on and drives thrown onto the mat for another 2 count. Reed goes to the top, but Throne jumps up and an insecurity. Throne rocks Reed and climbs to the top. Throne goes for a big hurricanrana, but Reed shoves him out of the mid-air onto the mat. Red leaps out and flies high with a huge splash and nail it for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Bronson Reed. After the match, Reed stands tall as his arm is raised. As the music hits, fans cheering him on as we go to replay. Reed poses in the middle of the ring and plays to the crowd as they clap for him. Then all of a sudden, Kathy Kelly is backstage with Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai. Admits they're nervous for tonight's title shot and says they worked hard to come back from knee injuries, but they will bring it to the Kabuki Warriors. Tegan Knox is also confident for tonight's match and says she couldn't think of a better way to win the titles than with her best friend. We go back to commercial. Alright, back from the break, we get a vintage from Mia Yim. The WWE Women's Tag Team title match, Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox versus the Kabuki Warriors. This match was good, I ain't gonna lie. We go to the ring for the next match and out first comes Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai to a pop. Out next are the WWE Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors. Fans chant "Welcome back" as the champ hits the ring. We get a formal ring introduction from Taylor. Okay, Asuka starts off with Knox. Fans chant "Asuka's gonna kill you" as we get the bell. They lock up and Asuka takes control with headlock. They break and run the ropes, but Asuka drops Tegan Knox with a kick. Fans chant for Asuka. Sane tags in and fans chant her name now. Sane drops Tegan Knox with a stiff right hand. Kairi Sane rocks Tegan Knox and yells at her to hit back. They trade big shots. They traded big strikes in the middle of the ring now. Okay, Kairi Sane stomps Tegan Knox's foot and then knocks her on the mat. Tegan Knox comes back with a drop kick to both opponents. Kairi Sane and Tegan Knox end up on the floor. Asuka takes Dakota Kai down. Tegan Knox goes for Asuka, but Kairi Sane sends Tegan Knox into the steel ring steps. The Kabuki Warriors stands tall at ringside as we go to commercial break. But back from the break, and Asuka gets double teamed by Dakota Kai and Tegan Knox in the corner several times. Dakota Kai covers, but Asuka kicks out of 2. Dakota Kai with more offensive on Asuka while she's down. Dakota Kai with a kick in a 2 count. The fans rally for Asuka now. Asuka with a big dragon screw leg whip and hip attack to send Dakota Kai from the apron to the floor. Tegan Knox checks on Dakota Kai at ringside. Asuka follows and brings it back, and Asuka with a leg lock on Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai fights out of the hole and with kicks to the head, and Tegan Knox waits for a tag. Asuka stops her from getting the bottom rope. More back and forth with Asuka keep control. Kairi Sane tags in and taunts Tegan Knox, then hits the sliding knee on Dakota Kai in the corner. Kairi Sane with a munch cover as Dakota Kai kicks out at 2. Kairi Sane wraps Dakota Kai knee around her and then applies another submission. They tangle on the mat again, and Kairi Sane keeps control. Asuka tags in and keeps Dakota Kai down. Some fans try to rally for Dakota Kai, and she turns a submission into a 2 count, but Asuka kicks out. Alright, Kairi Sane comes back in and turns Dakota Kai, trash talking and telling her to bring it. Kai unloads and Sane tells her to keep on. They fight and Sane levels Kai with a stiff palm strike to the chest. Fans chant for Kai, and she applies head scissors on the mat. Kai tries for a pin, but Sane levels her with an axe kick. Asuka comes in and keeps control with the quick double team, and Asuka kicks Kai around and talks some trash. Fans do dueling chants, and Asuka works Kai over for another 2 count. Asuka takes her time and taunts Kai while working her around for some more. Asuka bends the leg back, another submission as we go to commercial break. Back from the break, and Kairi Sane goes for a submission to a 2 count on Kai. Asuka tags back in to continue working on the leg. Asuka turns Kai over into the Boston Crab now. Kairi Sane tags in for several double team power moves. Kairi Sane with a 2 count. Kai goes for a tag but goes to the wrong corner. Dakota Kai fights both opponents in their own corner now. Both of the champs end up down on the floor. Fans cheer as Kai crawls for a tag. Sane tries to stop, but Dakota Kai rocks her with a kick. Tegan Knox decided for the kick as Kai crawls. Tegan Knox and Asuka tags in at the same time. Tegan Knox unloads and hits a chokeslam. Tegan Knox wild from the corner to corner, but on both opponents. Tegan drops them again and hits a big flying crossbody from the top on Asuka for a 2 count. Tegan Knox charges at Asuka with a flying knee, but Asuka catches it and applies the knee bar. Tegan Knox fights out and goes right into the armbar. Kairi Sane breaks it up with a boot. Dakota Kai drops Kairi Sane with a kick. Asuka with a German 2 knocks. Dakota Kai levels Asuka with a kick to the face, but goes down, clutches her knee. Fans pop in the chant NXT now. Tegan Knox hobbles into the corner as the tag Kai's in. Alright, Dakota Kai unloads on Asuka and then hits a big running boot in the corner. Kairi Sane distracted the referee from the apron, allowing Asuka to slide out of and move and spit her green mist in the face of Dakota Kai. Asuka tags Shane. Kairi Sane back in. Asuka goes over and knocks Tegan off the apron as Shane goes to the top and hits the insane elbow drop for the pin to retain. The winner of the match to the Kabuki Warriors. After the match, Asuka and Kairi Sane stands tall as their music hits. We go to a replay. Asuka and Sane makes their exit with the titles. Tegan Knox and Dakota Kai are in the ring, recovering now. When the music hits and out comes Maria Shafar and Jasmine Duke, the NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler. Tegan Knox immediately attacks Shayna Baszler as the Horsewoman enters the ring, but Duke and Shirai quickly double team her. Knox fights them off, but she gets a beatdown as Shayna Baszler allows Nell a big kick. Then Dakota Kai out of the ring. Duke and Shirai hold her down on the mat as Baszler gets ready to injure her. The music hits and out comes Rhea Ripley to the stage. Rhea Ripley stares them down for the stage and slowly walks down the ramp as Duke and Shirai take Tegan to the floor while Shayna Baszler is in the ring, waiting for Rhea Ripley to come fight. Shirai runs down out of nowhere and drops Rhea Ripley out at ringside, and they brawl. Bianca Belair and Candice LeRae also get involved. Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley are the only two superstars left standing. They stare at each other and down, and Rhea Ripley enters the ring, and Shayna Baszler and Ripley go at it. The other superstars hit the ring, and as they brawl continues. Security and the others run from backstage to break it up. The general manager William Regal appears on the platform and near the announcer, and it says, there's only one solution for this: WarGames. Fans go wild at the announcement of their first ever women's WarGames match. There's more brawling as the two sides are separated and stare each other down. Back to commercial. I love this segment. I love this about William Regal. I love it. But the way that William Regal came out of the platform and his facial expression changed. I know TM161 saw that too. So TM161, if you're watching this video, shouts to you, man. You're awesome friend. Keep on grinding, man. But let me continue. Back from the break, we see what just happened to set up the women's WarGames match, the first ever. This isn't been confirmed, but it looks like the WarGames match will see NXT Women's Champion Shayna Baszler, Jasmine Duke, Maria Stafar, and Shirai and Bianca Belair will take on Candice LeRae, Rhea Ripley, Dakota Kai, and Tegan Knox in a fifth partner like Mia Yim. Okay, Tyler Bates versus Cameron Grimes. This match was good. The bell rings and they lock up. Back and forth starts. Cameron Grimes takes Tyler Bates down and keeps him grounded. More back and forth on the mat. They finally get up and Tyler Bates nails a drop kick. Bates spins Grimes around to drop kick him out of the ring to the floor. Okay. Back from the break. Cameron Grimes nails a big Carolina Reaper on base for a close 2 count. More back and forth now. Tyler Bates with the European uppercut and a big drop kick. Tyler Bates still can't get the win. Tyler Bates with a standing shooting star press for another close 2 count. Tyler Bates ends up nailing a big hurricanrana from an electric chair from Cameron Grimes. Still kick out at 2, and the crowd can't believe it. Cameron Grimes blocks Tyler's driver and nails him with a Superman forearm. Tyler Bates with a big right hand. They collide again, and Cameron Grimes out on the top for the crossbody collusion course, covering for a 2 count. More back and forth. Tyler Bates with the rebound lariat for another close pin attempt. Cameron Grimes avoids the Tyler drivers again. Cameron Grimes looks to retreat to the floor, but for a breather. But Tyler Bates puts him back. Cameron Grimes with a back elbow. Tyler Bates clothesline Cameron Grimes to the floor. Tyler Bates with a rolling kick to nail Grimes at the ropes. Tyler Bates runs the ropes again and nails a huge suicide dive. Fans chant NXT as Tyler Bates brings it back in the ring. We see Killian Dane appears at ringside now, distracting Bates. Cameron Grimes takes advantage of the distraction and nails Caves in the double stomp for the pin to win. The winner of the match, Cameron Grimes. After the match, Cameron Grimes stands tall as his music hits, but he quickly makes his exit. Killian Dane enters the ring and nails a big senton on Bates while he's down. Bates is down on the floor now, leaning against the steel steps. Killian Dane nails a big cannonball onto Bates and steps, and Killian Dane yells in Tyler Bates' face and warns him to tell his friend that they have some unfinished business apparently, and threaten to Trent Seven or P. Dunne. Killian walks off. We see the Undisputed Era backstage warming up. Back to commercial. Back from the break, we get a vintage from Angel Garza. Kelly reveals that Rhea Ripley and Shayna Baszler will be the team captains for the women's WarGames match. She says the women's locker room is buzzing for the match, and updates will be coming. Alright, the main event of the evening. This match was good. The Undisputed Era versus Matt Riddle and Keith Lee. This match was good. I really enjoyed this. We go to the ring and for tonight's non-title match, main event, and out comes first Keith Lee. Matt Riddle is out next, and out comes NXT Tag Team Champions Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish of the Undisputed Era. The bell rings. And Matt Riddle gets taken out first. They go for Keith Lee, but he fights both opponents off. Keith Lee levels Bobby Fish with a huge short in the middle of the ring, and fans chant his name. Keith Lee avoids a double team to the floor and knocks Kyle O'Reilly from the apron to the floor. Fish joins Kyle O'Reilly on the floor and regroups. Matt Riddle drops Kyle O'Reilly at ringside. Matt Riddle backs Bobby Fish back into the ring, and Keith Lee drops Bobby Fish with a shoulder as he re-enters. Matt Riddle tags in and rocks Bobby Fish with a big overhand chop as Lee holds him. Keith Lee does the same. Kyle O'Reilly comes over, but he also takes a big chop. Into Keith Lee, and Matt Riddle dominate the champions now. Matt Riddle with a big jackhammer on Bobby Fish in the middle of the ring, just like the WWE Hall of Famer Goldberg. The screen splits as we go to commercial. Okay, back from the break, Matt Riddle is dominating Bobby Fish. Bobby Fish rocks Matt Riddle with a running shot to the jaw to turn it around. Kyle O'Reilly tags in and unloads on Matt Riddle in the corner with strikes. The fans are doodling chants now. Bobby Fish with a quick tag as he keeps the strikes ongoing. Matt Riddle in the corner. The chants with another double team out of the corner as Kyle O'Reilly covers for a 2 count. Kyle O'Reilly with more offensive on Matt Riddle to keep him down. Bobby Fish tags in with a senton for a 2 count. Bobby Fish rocks Matt Riddle with the knee strikes now. Okay, Bobby Fish scoops Matt Riddle and drives him into the mat for another 2. Bobby Fish with a submission from behind while on the mat now. Keith Lee tries to rally fans for Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle powers up with Fish on his back, but Bobby Fish decks Matt Riddle to break it. Matt Riddle gets up and fights back with strikes. Matt Riddle with a sleeper hold, but Bobby Fish fights him off. Kyle O'Reilly tags in, and this leads to Kyle O'Reilly nailing a running boot in the corner of his own partner as double team backfires. Matt Riddle with a heel strike to Kyle O'Reilly now while Fish is down on the outside. Matt Riddle drops Kyle O'Reilly and crawling for a tag, but Fish kicks Lee from the apron to prevent it. Okay, Kyle O'Reilly goes back to work on Matt Riddle now with a big kick to the face. Matt Riddle fights off the champs with the kicks and then double knees. They counter him with two big kicks at the same time. Kyle O'Reilly with a big brainbuster. Bobby Fish covers, but Lee breaks the pin up. Kyle O'Reilly with a Gulington submission now as Matt Riddle resists. Bobby Fish walks Lee on the apron and angers him. Matt Riddle kicks Bobby Fish, avoids a double team, and then tags in Keith Lee and runs wild on both opponents as Spanish popped. Keith Lee runs the ropes and nails a double team clothesline for another pop. Keith Lee launches both opponents through in the air at the same time. Keith Lee with a double back drive as well. Kyle O'Reilly takes out Lee and two saves Fish, and Fish lands Lee's jaw. Keith Lee still nails a pop-up slam, but misses a big moonsault from the top. More back and forth between Keith Lee and the champs now. Kyle O'Reilly with a submission and tangle Keith Lee powers up with the hold and still applies. Keith Lee is actually curling Kyle O'Reilly now. Lee turns it into a powerbomb. Matt Riddle and Bobby Fish tag in the middle, tag at the same time. Matt Riddle with strikes from both opponents. Matt Riddle keeps up and nails an exploder suplex on Bobby Fish. Matt Riddle launches Kyle O'Reilly with an exploder now. Matt Riddle continues to unload both opponents with some of his signature moves. Matt Riddle with a big German on Bobby Fish. The NXT champion Adam Cole and NXT North American champion Roderick Strong run down and hits the apron, but Matt Riddle knocks them off. Okay, Matt Riddle keeps control and knocks Matt Riddle to the floor again. Matt Riddle nails a big twisting archie moonsault from the apron to the floor now, taking down all the members of the Undisputed Era. Bobby Fish and Matt Riddle go at it in the ring now. Matt Riddle with a record knee. Keith Lee with a big pounce to send Adam Cole into Roderick Strong on the floor now. This leads to Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly hitting the ring to nail total elimination on Matt Riddle for the pin to win. The winner of the match, the Undisputed Era. Okay, after the match, the music hits. Yes, after the match, the music hits in the Undisputed Era standing tall, rising all of the NXT go in the air. They attack Keith Lee and then Matt Riddle. The music hits and out comes Tommaso Ciampa to a big pop. Tommaso Ciampa runs down the ramp with his crutch and drops Kyle O'Reilly at ringside and then Roderick Strong, he enters the ring and continues swinging the crutch, taking Bobby Fish down. Adam Cole and Ciampa stare each other down. Ciampa drops on O'Reilly as he charges. Ciampa unloads on Kyle O'Reilly as Cole retreats. Kyle O'Reilly is left alone in the ring, and with Matt Riddle and Keith Lee and Tommaso Ciampa now. Tommaso Ciampa sends Kyle O'Reilly onto a final flash from Matt Riddle. Lee grabs Kyle O'Reilly and launches him from the ring onto the other members of the Undisputed Era at ringside. Fans chant NXT now. Tommaso Ciampa spots the NXT belt and laying on the mat. Fans chant Goldie as Adam Cole yells at Tommaso Ciampa to keep his hands off the title. Tommaso Ciampa leaves the title on the mat and tells Goldie it will have to wait because Daddy's going to war. Fans pop as Ciampa has apparently declared war on Adam Cole for takeover. And Cole grabs the belt and goes back to join his teammate on the ramp. The two sides face off from the stage and then in the ring as the NXT goes off the air. This NXT was a good show. I'm not gonna lie. This NXT was good tonight. This was a very good show. I really had fun watching the 4 horsewomen go brawling in the middle of the ring and outside the ring. My favorite part is when Willie Wingle came out of the podium and his face expression was changed. And he announced the WarGames. And I know TM wants his winners watching this video, and I know he saw that part too. So once again, shout out to TM, man. Keep on grinding, man. Keep on grinding, man. And just stay consistent. But that's all I gotta say from here. But if you guys enjoyed my WWE NXT full review and results, drop a like on this video and comment down below what you guys think about NXT, man. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Crown Jewel. Talk to you guys later. Big Boy Giant 25, and I'm out of here.